What's up there, people? How you doing? Listen, Merry Christmas to you lot out there. Listen, hopefully you enjoying the day with your family, friends, relative, loved one. However way you choose to celebrate the day, hopefully it's going good for you. But welcome to Famous Football. I'm your host, Nate. Let's chat football, yeah? Let's get into it. What I got for you today? We're going to be discussing everything. The Semenyo, the Chelsea, Asemeno, Afcon, Jackson, Drake, Chelsea potential playing for the summer window. None of that in my lineup for the Chelsea versus Villa game, right? It's gonna be a good one. So let's get into it bit by bit. Let's see. Semenyo, not Asemeno. Semenyo to Chelsea, right? We all know the news is out there, right? He's going to Man City, or he won Man City. He's not interested in the Chelsea project. He won the Man City project, and I'm okay with that, right? But I wasn't even to be honest with you. I never made a video about that because I wasn't 100% for this deal for Semenyo. Let's say Semenyo is a good player, but I don't think if Semenyo comes in, he would do anything quite different from what we already have, right? I know people talk about what he's doing at Bournemouth. He is at Bournemouth, right? The level is not the same. You won't have the same space to run into if he comes to Chelsea. He's going to be facing low block, right? Will he be able to do something? And I think that's what a lot of people don't get, right? That you going for Semenyo, he looks aside and there's space for him to run into. Now, if you take Garnacho to Bournemouth, I'm more like you. There's a chance Garnacho would do the same thing. Often, watch Chelsea, when there's space for Garnacho to run into, those are Garnacho's best games. Right, that's what I'm saying. Now, if he comes to Chelsea, it's going to be different. Now he's going to say, let's see what happens, right? I'm not saying he's going to flop at Chelsea. Listen, the man as a player is a very good player, right? Any team, he could make any team a bit better. So that's for sure. But isn't all that I would say Chelsea should go in for him right now? No, absolutely not. But he's off to Man City, so that's it, right? And hopefully in the summer, to just maybe Chelsea can get someone better. Now, there are other names out there, right? The Udis, for instance. I would take Udis. I would go for Rafael Leao. Like, those people, I can go for them because, like I was saying, at Chelsea, we need people that are good in tight spaces. I'm not saying Semenyo isn't good in tight spaces. I'm saying we need people that are good in tight spaces. And my reason being is that we're going to be facing a lot of low block teams. So now for that to be able to happen, we need people that are very technical in tight spaces for things to be able to happen, because we're not going to have space to run into. And that's the problem Chelsea is going to be facing. So if we're buying people that will be good if they have space to run into, or their game is running into space, we're facing problem. We already have Garnacho that can run in space. So my thing is that we need somebody that can be very, very much technical in tight spaces, that their 1v1 or 1v1 is top notch, that can be able to get the job done. Right? So now you can look at the Udis, you can look at the Rafael Leao. Now even Gittins, but Gittins is not ready yet. He's still struggling with the Premier League, right? So there's, some will say give him time, some will say trust him, but I don't know about him yet. So for the Semenyo to Chelsea, he's going to say, right, good, but am I sad that he's not, or he's saying he won the City project? No. So yeah, Asemeno. Now we get to talk about Asemeno, right? Asemeno is killing it at Dortmund, right? Let's be honest. Every time the man play, he posts in a flipping shift. He's doing what he can do, right? And Chelsea have a clause in his loan spell, right, at Dortmund, that they could call him back in January. But I don't think Chelsea should call him back in January, because if you bring him back in January, what's the point? Because he's not going to play in front of Trev and Fofana right now with the way they're moving. No, you already have a champion there, right? You already have all these other lot that are already there. Now you're just going to bring him and put him on the bench and kind of slow his growth. Let him stay at Dortmund for as long as possible. When I say as long as possible, to the end of the season, and then doing the preseason for next the summer 2026 summer, the preseason, we can evaluate him and see where he's at. Because when he was at Chelsea, my problem was not Asumino being on the ball, was his physicality to the league. Can he adjust? Can he do better? Right? That's what I was looking at. But right now at Dortmund, he's playing well, being on the ball, doing all of that. He's doing it, right? But the physicality aspect of it, that's what I think most of us are looking at. But as a player, I don't think being on the ball, I have any doubts in the guy. But keep the man on loan, Dortmund wants to buy him. No, obviously Chelsea's not selling him, and I won't agree for them to buy him either. Well, I'm saying I won't agree. Like if Chelsea decide to sell him, like I can go and go there and stop them. But you get the gist, right? You know what I'm trying to say. And then there's the Afcon. Yeah, Afcon is back. VAP. Yeah, this thing. I feel like it's one of the most entertaining tournament ever, right? When I say the one of the most entertaining tournament outside of football, right? Everything about Afcon is just entertainment. Like entertainment from the beginning of it to the end of it. It's just pure entertainment. It's no longer just about football no more. Like the Euros. Yeah, football. Yeah, it's football. All of the vibe you get is football vibe. But the Afcon, come on, man. Come on. Yeah, you go there, you don't even go there, you see stuff, you see good stuff, they see entertaining stuff. Yeah, even the players themselves are entertaining. They walk to the dressing room. Yeah, music is taking them there, the vibe. Yeah, this thing half everything. Yeah, it's by far right now, this thing, no joke, one of the most entertaining competition out there. Most entertaining competition. The competition is not just restricted to the pitch. Outside of the pitch, you still get it. Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. And Jackson with the brace in the opening match for Senegal, right? He's doing good. We all know Jackson and Chelsea relationship is done, right? We don't expect anything from Jackson no more, and Jackson don't expect anything from Chelsea. Now, I'm happy he's doing what he's doing. That simply means more people going to be coming in for Jackson, right? And happy days. The windows is open, the door is open, and Jackson get to leave. Now, do I think he would have been better if Chelsea would have been a bit better if we had him? I think so. I definitely do think so. Yeah, I definitely do think we have a little bit more chance if we had Jackson. Now, I'm not saying he would have scored a lot more goals. No, I'm just saying he would have added something a bit more to the team. That's for sure. So that's it about Jackson and the Afcon. Let's see. Watch the Afcon, enjoy it. Yeah, I know the Moroccans out there, you lot enjoying it. If you are not an African, you still do enjoy Afcon. I know you may say maybe I'm an African, that's what, but you get Afcon. Yeah, Afcon, the best petition out there by far. I'm just letting you know. What's up with Chelsea? Well, now let's talk about Modric. So there's a possibility Modric ban could end in January, and now Chelsea is looking at a potential loan, so he could go on loan to either Strasbourg or maybe someone else. Now there are other clubs I think one other club that's interested in him as well, so he could go there. But listen, if he comes back right now, can he get back into the current Chelsea team? Do Chelsea really need him? I don't know. I really don't know. Will he be able to add something to it? I know last season he was finding his foot bit by bit, especially in the Conference League. Yeah, there where he was doing his business. And then everything happened. It's almost like a setback in his development, right? He was doing a little bit more. He was getting confident bit by bit, right? And then that happened. So I think now when he comes back, he pretty much have to start nearly all over again, right? But as a player going to Strasbourg, I think that's not a bad idea entirely, right? So he can go there, find his feet again. Then maybe Chelsea might change their mind, because right now, as it stands, I think maybe Chelsea is possibly looking to sell him, right? If he comes back, Chelsea possibly looking to sell him and maybe get a little bit of profit. I don't think they would get profit from him, but I think they're looking to sell him. But that's pretty much it. And then in terms of Chelsea plans, right? Chelsea have planned for the 2026 summer window, right? Not for the January window. They're looking to do stuff in that 2026 summer window, bring in more attacking threat, right? I already mentioned the Udis. I mentioned the Liao, those people, right? I don't think they're going to go for Liao. Maybe Udis, yes. For Juve, they're looking to go for him. And you know, there's the whole saga with Maresca also going on as well. So then they're also looking at potential people to come and replace Maresca. The Strasbourg code, Liam, is they're looking at him, but I don't think it's going to be Liam for now. They're going to allow Liam stay at Strasbourg at least for a couple more years. Then maybe in the future they might think about something. But if Maresca decide to go to City, then I think they were going to go for somebody else. But I want Maresca to leave right now. Possibly no, not at all. I don't want to see Maresca leave, not at all. But I don't know who they can go for right now. If you're going to go for anybody, if you go for Xavi, I'll take it, right? If you go for Xavi, I'll take it. Xabi Alonso, maybe. Who else can you go for out there? I don't know. You see, there's not much manager out there. It's not like it's not like before. Like you go that you have a lot of option. Now there's not that much option as well to have. And Chelsea also potentially looking at, and maybe they could sell Neto because there are interest from all around Europe. I know Saudi is definitely interested in Neto. Maybe that's possibly mean he's going to Al Nassr. Ronaldo is calling, maybe. So if a good offer comes in, as it seems, Chelsea might sell him, right? Thinking, do I think Chelsea should sell this guy? No. And I think if Chelsea decide to sell this guy in this coming 2026 window, that would definitely make Maresca leave. Because, like I said, he's one of Maresca's trusted player out there, right? Day in, day out, Maresca trusts this guy. Wherever Maresca put him, he delivers. So I don't see in a world where Maresca will want him to leave. I don't see that. And maybe that would be the problem. So, even myself, do I want to see Pedro Neto leave right now? No, I don't. I'd rather him stay for a couple more seasons, and then let's see how that goes. But for now, let the man stay, right? And pretty much that's it. So let's get into the Chelsea versus Villa. Villa is on a 10 games winning streak. If you don't know what that means, that is nuts. Yeah, 10 games winning streak. I cannot remember the last time Chelsea won 10 games in a row. Well, definitely not this season. Definitely not this season. But Villa, they didn't start the season well, but then they pick it up. Now they sit in third, 7 points clear of Chelsea that is sitting fourth. Right. So now we stand a chance of closing the gap. Right, to 4 points this weekend on Saturday, right? If they get to win, if Chelsea do get to win, but the current squad that Villa have and what Unai Emery is doing, yeah, it's pretty good. Now they put themselves in the title race. Morgan Rogers, he's killing it, yeah. We know there's link with him in Chelsea. Villa want mad money for him, 100 million. That's what they're looking for. Morgan Rogers. That's another option Chelsea could look for maybe in 2026, but I don't know if that's going to happen considering the amount of money. You know, Chelsea would rather go for a youngster and then pay less money and then don't have to worry about it, right? But Morgan Rogers, he's killing it. And not just him, the midfield that they have in I'm forgetting his name, but Talisman, the midfield that they have in those Belgians, yeah, I know they have 2 Belgians midfielders, yeah, in their midfield. They're killing it. They are killing it. And then you have their captain as well. I'm forgetting this guy name, the Scottish brother. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. He's also there, and they're what they play. But I also know they are vulnerable to an extent, right? I don't think that defense is that good, and almost like Chelsea. So is there a chance that Chelsea can win this game? Yes. Am I 100% confident we can win this game? No. Right? Because I also know Maresca, this is the type of game that you can kind of rely on Maresca. Not necessarily the type of game, because it's not the Arsenal, it's not the Liverpool, it's not the the big boys, yeah. But what Aston Villa is doing, they're putting themselves out there to be one of the big boys, and this is sometimes the game that Maresca comes out on top. So, am I ready? I think Chelsea can win this game. I'm a Chelsea fan. I always have the belief that we can possibly win anything. Yeah, I think we can win the Premier League there. That's a lie. I think we can win the Champions League. That is not a lie. I think we can win that one. Yeah, the Carabao Cup, we play in Arsenal. We stand a chance. We can win nearly anything. Right, like anybody have the possibility of winning anything. That's how it is. Except you Wolves. You don't have any chance of winning anything. Yeah, consider that done. Or maybe Man United. But I think Esteva is available. Delap is available, right? We all expected Delap to be out for month, but apparently he is now available. So good news on that front. And I think nearly everybody is available except the usual people that are out. So your Livakoa, your Lavia, they still are. I don't think Isugu is available quite yet. I know he's back in training and all of that, but I don't think he's 100% yet. And I know, obviously they're going to try to integrate him. And with him, he's in a tough spot. Even if he is available, he's not going to be in the starting 11. You're not going to play in front of Caicedo when Caicedo is available. He's not going to play that, right? So let's see what happened. But I'm hoping Chelsea can come out on top in this game. Let's get into my starting 11, right? My predicted 11, what I think Maresca should go with, and I'll explain to you why Maresca should go with what I think he should go with, right? And now I might put a little bit after I give you that one, I'll give you a little bit of tweak. Now, in goal, I think this one is a no-brainer. Everybody know who it's going to be, right? Sanchez, done. If you don't think it's Sanchez, I don't know what you're smoking. But Sanchez, done. Cucurella, left back, you know that. Yeah? Hato, I want to see Hato play, but not right now. Yeah? Cuckoo, stay there. Gref and West, center back pairing. They've been killing it. They've been doing good. Maybe not the Villa game. Not the Villa. The Newcastle game, they were a little shaky. But in general, they've been good. They've been solid for us. So they are our best center back pairing right now. If I see Tosin on the pitch, Maresca, yeah. Bade the sheet on the pitch, you go into jail. Yeah? I'm letting Maresca know right now. James. Listen, it's a complicated one. You want to play Gusto and then push James into midfield, right? I get that, but no, not in this game. Not tomorrow, right? I mean, not on Saturday. Sorry about that. Not on Saturday. James stay at right back, and then like that gave us, he can also invert into the midfield. We know he can do that, but though I don't want playing Gusto. Then it's like it kind of limit our attacking option, and then you almost like you have to play Gusto as the 10, and then put Fernandes on the bench. No, we also when Fernandes came on in the Newcastle game, we looked a little bit better in that second half. Let's be honest, right? Listen. We experimented with Gusto playing as a 10. It worked to an extent, and I like it. And that, it worked to an extent. In certain games, they do work, but not in every single game. So tomorrow, do I expect to see Gusto on the pitch? Maybe in the second half. Maybe, I don't know, when we win in the game and we're trying to lock things down, we can bring Gusto in. He play as a right back. James in the midfield. We kind of just seal everything and lock it down. Yeah, but definitely with James fullback, and then we have Enzo and Moy. Yeah. The midfield pairing, they pick themselves. Caicedo, Caicedo pick himself. If you're looking at a Chelsea starting 11, the one name you're looking to see definitely is Caicedo, right? Now, Enzo on the other hand, he's there, right? So now when we push up, while Enzo is responsible for the left-hand side, Palmer is responsible for the right-hand side because we then play with 2 10s, and we need that. Right? Listen, I appreciate Gusto in that role, but I definitely want to see him, Enzo playing tomorrow, right? Listen, on his day, we get the best out of him, and he can deliver. And I think tomorrow he will be crucial. And I keep saying tomorrow because I think Chelsea is playing tomorrow, but I know they play on Saturday. Maybe it is tomorrow for you, depending on what you watch in the video. Palmer in 10. It have to be him, right? It have to be Palmer in the team. I don't see anyone else playing in that position. It have to be Palmer playing in the 10. If Palmer is available, he's playing in that 10. Now, I'll also tell you about something else Maresca can go with or Maresca can do. Yeah, that could potentially work, I think. But for now, Palmer in the 10, right? Garnacho, listen, on the left hand side, he's been doing good. Right, good in terms of getting himself into very crucial position. Right, for Chelsea, he's doing that. Right now, is he taking his chances? No, because Garnacho is scouting the ball, right, shooting them into the air. I don't know where he's trying to put them. Like he needs to get himself. I don't know. Whatever he needs to do, his technique needs to be better. He needs to shoot those balls at least at goal. Let it be on target. I appreciate the fact that he's getting himself into better position. That simply means that there have been somewhat of an improvement from where we were previously with him when he first started. Right, there is a bit of improvement. He's getting somewhere. Right, the energy level is there. The confidence is coming. Right, he's doing the right thing. So tomorrow, but just make sure you are better in front of goal. Right, thank you. And then on the right hand side, Esteva is back. I know people want to make the case for Esteva to start, but not tomorrow. And Pedro Neto, we all know there's no way in hell Maresca will put Pedro Neto on the bench. Even if we call on Maresca to bring Esteva in, yeah, to start Esteva, we bribe Maresca. Maresca is not doing that, yeah. Maybe Garnacho might be bench, but it's definitely not going to be Pedro Neto. So what's his name? Pedro Neto on the right hand side, and then let's see what can happen. Hopefully he have a much better game, right? It's like, he's sometimes one-dimensional, right, in his play. But when he decide to go be, multi-dimensional at times, you see quality. Like he did with against the Everton game, right? It's not like he's cutting on his right. On his left to make a cross or whatever. Like he went down the line, then caught it back in for Gusto, and Gusto finishes. So sometimes if he decides to be multi-dimensional, that could be beneficial to every one of us and even himself. But then up front, Jean Pedro. Delap is back. We can make a case for Delap, but no, Jean Pedro start. With the fact that at least he's been picking goals here and there. One goal here, one goal there. Now, it's not like he's been scoring in every single game like Erling Haaland. No, he's nowhere near that. But he's picking up goals here and there. And that, you have to, when a striker is doing something like that, especially when he scored in that last game, with the type of goal that he scored against Newcastle, right? You have to play him, right? You have to play him. You have to continue, with that confidence, because now to understand is there, right? But yes, another thing I also think Maresca can do as well, right? Now I don't have a graphic for you for that, but you can imagine that in your head. You imagine a lot of stuff. Be honest with yourself. So this one shouldn't be difficult, right? Enzo and Cancelo stay where they stay, right? Neto move to the left hand side, or Neto move to the left hand side. I mean, Garnacho goes on the bench. Palmer then go to the right, right? Palmer plays in the right. Pedro Neto, no, not Pedro. Ja Pedro play as a 10. So Neto, Palmer, Ja Pedro, and then Delap up front. I don't know. What do you think about that? So maybe that may also work. That gives us a lot of options up there. Palmer is there. Neto is there. Ja Pedro is there. Technicality, Enzo Fernandez is also there, and then Delap is there. So that kind of gives us a lot of attacking option as well, right? So we'll see about that. Or you can make the case Neto go on the other side, Palmer stay as a 10, Ja Pedro up front, Esteva on the right hand side. So I don't know, but we will see. Hopefully we can come out with a win in this game. What's my prediction? Villa is in good form, right? I'm not gonna predict a Chelsea draw. I mean a Chelsea loss. I feel like this game might end in a draw, but I'm gonna predict a Chelsea win anyways. Chelsea 2, Villa 1. Chelsea 2, Villa 1. We will be the one to end that winning streak. Yeah, it's not gonna be an 11 game win. It's not gonna be. We ending it at the bridge. That way it's done. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. But hey, let me know your thoughts down below about everything we discussed, right? From Arsenal, Jackson, Semenyo to Chelsea, to Man City, everything we discussed. Chelsea playing for the summer. Modric coming back potentially. Would you take him back? Would you take him back in the current squad, or would you allow him to go to Strasbourg and then kind of find his form and then come back into the team? What do you think about the starting 11 as well? And Chelsea potentially looking for an alternative for Maresca if Maresca decides to go to City. Let me know your thoughts about everything that we discussed. Thank you very much. Much appreciated, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next video. I'll be bringing you my review for this game as well. I might also bring you other review as well. Stay tuned. I might be bringing you review from the Afcon as well. It's listen, stuff going on out there. Yeah. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. See you later. Cheers.